Hey guys, I'm just looking through my calendar. I'm excited. Did you know Christmas is on December 25th? Do you guys have a calendar? You know, things that you keep track of important dates on, like when's your birthday, so that you can remind everybody to get your presents and things like that. When is Christmas? When does school start? When does school end? Those are all things that we like to keep track of on our calendar. Do you ever wonder what happens next month? What happens next month? I'm going to read you this. I'm not sure that you'll understand it, but I'm going to read it to you, and then I'm going to try to explain it to you. This is from the Baptist Faith and Message. I'll just read it. Last things, God in His own time and in His own way will bring the world to its appropriate end. According to His promise, Jesus Christ will return personally and visibly in glory to the earth. So what does that mean? Okay, what does that mean about the end thing? This was the passage from Sunday's sermon, Haggai chapter 2, 21 and 22. Speak to Zerubbabel, governor of Judah, saying, I am going to shake the heavens and the earth. I will overthrow the thrones of kingdoms and destroy the power of the kingdoms of the nations. And I will overthrow the chariots and their riders, and the horses and their riders will go down, everyone by the sword of another. So, this was the message that Haggai had to deliver to Zerubbabel. What does that mean for you and I in reference to a calendar, in reference to the future? What it means is, as Haggai is speaking to Zerubbabel, it tells us that God knows the future. God knows the future. He looks down, He can tell you what's going to happen on each and every day. We just guess. But God knows what every day will bring. And what's important as I read that passage in Haggai, that message to Zerubbabel about shaking the kingdoms and so forth, and that statement from the Baptist Faith and Message is that understand that God has a plan. Okay? God has a plan for the future. He has a plan for you and me. Okay? He has a plan for you and me. And God had a plan for Zerubbabel. He was part of the bigger story. So in this, we need to understand, when all this shakes down, and that's what the reference is that God will defeat His enemy. God wins, is how we'd like to shorten it up. God wins against the forces of evil. So when it says God will bring all things to an end, God calls the shots. God's going to say when game is over and He's done dealing with enemy and He's done dealing with evil. And on that day, Jesus Christ will come back. And what an amazing day that is when we get to see God triumph over the evil. It's important to know that God gives us a choice. We can be on His side, the side that wins, or we can be on the side of evil. Make your choice correctly. And isn't it great as you plan the future, as you look further down the road about what are you going to be, who are you going to marry, where are you going to live, that God has a plan for the future, and you can go to God and ask Him to give you direction about your tomorrow and about your future. Thanks for listening.